Hey, good evening. It's Wes Chaddock. Hey, I hope you're doing good. Hey, I've got all kinds of reasons why I should not be recording this video right now. And all of those reasons are baloney. All of those reasons I've been playing in my mind over and over again for months about why I'm not worthy to help you. What I'm talking about is sales. Now, sales is like a four-letter word to a lot of people. No one wants to hear about it. No one wants to be considered salesy. Everyone thinks that salespeople are sleazeballs. Listen, that is not the case. Are there some sleazy guys out there? Absolutely. You do not have to be one of those people. Sales, in its essence, is just influence. Sales is sharing enthusiasm with someone else. Sharing your experiences, what you found to be good, what you found to add value to your life with someone else. And are you so important that you are the only one that should be able to enjoy those things, that should be able to utilize those things in your life? I don't think so. You need to learn to sell, to influence others with the good things in your life so that they can experience them as well. Let me tell you my own story about sales. I've been with a building products company for 11 years now as a salesman. If you would have told me when I was in high school or in college that I was going to be a professional salesman, I would have said, you're absolutely crazy. You see, I'm not a used car type. I am not a fast talker. I am not a guy who lies. I'm not a guy who golfs all the time. I'm none of those things, okay? I'm certainly not perfect, but I never thought I would be a salesperson, all right? I too, like you, distrust someone who I feel is trying to pressure me into doing something that I may not want to do. So 11 years ago, I got into the sales job by accident. You see, I was working in a lumber yard, and the situation there was not good for reasons we won't go into, and I needed a job desperately. At that time, I was working the counter, I was doing inside sales, and I was doing some purchasing. So in a purchasing position, you have many salespeople calling on you. They want to sell you their products. I was desperate for a job. This gentleman who worked for one of the companies that I bought from was getting promoted, and he knew I was looking for a job, and he said, hey, would you be interested in my job? And I said, I've got nothing to lose. At that time, I was 23, 24 years old. I might as well try it. So I did. And the rest, shall we say, is history. But no, let me tell you what happened right at the beginning there. I'll never forget my first day as a salesperson. I was driving up to my first lumberyard because most of my customers are lumberyard customers. And I had a sample of this product that I wanted to sell them. It was like a $3 or $4 utility knife. If you can think of all of the crazy things to sell, that's what it was. A $3 or $4 utility knife. And I was scared out of my mind. You'll hear many people talk about, if I ever had to sell, I would starve to death. I felt like that was me. I thought I was going to starve to death because I was terrified to walk into that place. So me being a Christian, I like, God help me. I need your help now. So here's what I did. I walked into the place, and you know what God did for me? There was a guy I knew, not working there, but a customer. So it was like a bridge that was built, all right? And then I was able to introduce myself to the customer, and I showed him the product, this utility knife, and I showed him why and told him why it was better than what else is on the market. And you know what? I didn't know a lot about utility knives at the time, but I could understand what I'd been taught, and I could see why this was a superior utility knife. So I was telling the truth, and I was sharing the little bit of enthusiasm that I had built up for this product. In the same way, if you have something you believe in, if you have a product or a service you believe in, the world deserves to hear about it. Is everyone going to love it? No. That's fine. Still be friends with them. Don't push it on them if they don't want it. but you do need to learn to communicate the value as well as you possibly can. And don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of being a salesperson, because if you're afraid of it, what you're really doing is you're saying, I don't want to influence others in my life, and I'm not sure I have anything to offer. You cannot do that. I was scared out of my mind. I had that little win. The guy bought the utility knives. It was a small win, but you know what? It built my confidence. I walked out of that place thrilled. I probably sold the guy $15 worth of product, like a few utility knives. We couldn't even ship it on our truck. We had to UPS it. But it was a small win, and it started me down this road. Right here I am 11 years later. I've been successful. I am not a pushy salesperson by any stretch of the imagination. I did try that before, and it didn't work for me. But I've been successful because what I do is I share my enthusiasm with my customers, and I seek to add value to their business. I see what their needs are, and I seek to solve their problems. So my encouragement to all of you is, don't be afraid of sales, because not all salespeople are sleazeballs. And as a matter of fact, you should learn how to sell, because sales is really influence. And we should all influence others, because we all have unique experiences and knowledge in our lives that can add value to others. And it's not just for you. Be great. Have a good one.